Hi, good morning, everyone. For today's session, we are going to discuss on AI. AI is everywhere. So our topic for today's discussion is can AI be trusted? And if yes, then how can that happen? So how we can build a grounded AI assistant within Sitecore so that the entire AI can be trusted and your brand guidelines and brand values can be followed. So, how AI can basically safely generate the enterprise content using the Sitecore data. So, in today's session, basically, me and Anurag are going to present and talk about the AI solutions that we can build in Sitecore and the custom agents through which you can make this AI grounded and help you from any kind of hallucinations. So, just a brief introduction about myself. I'm Sakshi Khurana. I'm working as a manager at Deloitte with 12 plus years of experience in the IT industry. I'm three times Sitecore MVP, currently working as a pre sales solution consultant as well as a delivery manager for projects and driving various delivery transformation projects across different CMS platforms. I'm certified on Sitecore XP, XM Cloud, as well as Content Hub. With me, I have Anurag, who will be presenting the session today. Anurag, would you like to give a brief introduction about yourself?
Yeah, thanks, Akshi. Hey, my name is Anurag Bumburia, and I'm working in Johnson's Control as a site called platform architect. I have 13 plus year of experience, and I'm certified in Sitecore 9 and 10 and Sitecore Boxer Advanced certifications. And currently, I'm just managing all of the platform in Johnson's Control and providing the technical solutions and technical architect to the my team. So Sitecore is the one platform which is I'm handling in Johnson's Control. Thank you.
All
Sakshi,
right.
can you hit that hide button if you don't mind?
Oh, sure.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Hey, thanks, Anurag. Okay, so here's the agenda for today. So basically, how AI is transforming the entire CMS landscape. What are the current problems that we are seeing in CMS using AI? And then, can AI be actually trusted? And then, what are the solutions around that to be built so that AI can effectively be utilized in your platform? And then we will see a deep dive into Sitecore architecture, how AI is being currently used. And we also have a demo to showcase this. And finally, wrapping up with the business benefits and the key takeaways. So we'll just get started. So, how is basically AI transforming the CMS platform? We've seen a great growth in the CMS space, starting from a monolithic architecture to a decoupled, headless architecture in the space for the CMS platforms, and then also AI landing into the entire mix. So now AI is being used as part of content generation for smart tagging capabilities, building in personalization capabilities, hyper personalization, automating the entire personalization rule cycle, creating the entire campaigns using AI. So, all of these is now being built into the intelligent CMS platforms. And some of the leading CMS platforms that we see today who are actually working towards transforming the CMS using AI are Sitecore AI, Sitecore XM Cloud earlier, but now Sitecore AI, Contentful, and Adobe Experience Manager. So these are some of the platforms which are actually leading the space and bringing in AI into the CMS and leading the way towards better transformation. But this transformation actually introduces a major challenge, and that is AI hallucinations. And that is why we always say, can AI be trusted? And that is why you see a lot of healthcare firms, a lot of pharma firms, which have deep security compliance related stuff, are actually double thinking before they even actually invest in such solutions. So this is one of the problems which the current companies are facing before they even think of investing in AI. So let's discuss, this major challenge that is occurring in the CMS platforms. So if you see here, basically AI models can generate data very confidently, but sometimes that data would might be incorrect. So it becomes a critical risk for the customers. The brand guidelines are sometimes not followed. because of which the brand values and the brand reputation is also at a risk. So here's just a simple example. Supposing you give a prompt where you want to know the actual product battery life. Okay, the actual data which is stored in your system is just 12 hours. That the battery life of the product is basically 12 hours. But sometimes the AI generates hallucinated content or additional content which is not even required by the system and by not even required by the user. So just as here it shows 24 hours, which is actually an incorrect data because the real data is 12 hours for the battery, and the satellite connectivities and additional information which it is giving generated through AI, maybe getting this information through internet, through other platforms, and through the general data that is available to give you some hallucinated content, which is not the right appropriate content that has to be given to the users. So there are various such examples. Supposing you are checking the warranty of a product and it gives you hallucinated content about the warranty of the product. Supposing it is only 5 years but it says 10 years, so it's not giving the right appropriate data because it is not referring to the right database, the right solutions to fetch this content. It is sometimes just producing generic content from the internet to supply, which actually looks very true to the customer. So what it causes is it causes a risk to the brand reputation. It damages the reputation. It could also lead to legal and compliance risks for some of the firms, which are highly secured, highly regulated. And then it passes on incorrect information to the customers. So customers are not receiving the right output, though it might look totally clean and clear that this is the correct information that has been passed on, but as per the brand guidelines or as per the product, this information which is shared with the customers might not be correct. So this is one of the greatest problem because of which the companies are saying, can AI be trusted? And they see hallucinations happening in the system. So here, let's do a deep dive to understand whether AI can be trusted or not and why actually it can't be trusted. So there are multiple reasons, but we will just focus on three, four main reasons of why AI can't be trusted. So basically, the LLMs that are there, they predict whatever is the next token based on the probability. So it is not verified from the enterprise facts or the enterprise brand guidelines. And therefore, that prediction happens based on the probability itself. And the reasons because of which it cannot be trusted is because it will have a limited training knowledge. So the models are actually frozen back in time. It might not be updated with the latest content. And therefore, that knowledge that the LLM possesses might be quite limited to than what is actually happening in the real space or what is the actual product information. The second thing is that it lacks enterprise context. So, specifically, it's not having the awareness of that particular product, the particular brand values, the particular specifications. And therefore, when it's not referring to those brand guidelines, it will give some random results which are not actually true. Similarly, the third point, which I already covered, so it takes up generic internet knowledge. So the training data that reflects from the internet, it could have a lot of noise, it could have contradictory statements, it could be some content which is outdated on the platform and it is not updated to the latest data. So because of these things, people have a lot of hitch to actually go and use AI in their platforms to help ease out their work. So basically, to make AI trusted for the brands, AI being used successfully in the CMS solutions, we need to make it grounded so that it can be trusted by the enterprise data. So once you make the AI grounded and it is trusted with the enterprise data, trusted with the brand guidelines, then it would produce the results which are actually required to be showcased to the customers, and it will not hamper the brand guidelines. So basically, what is the solution that you can have to build a solution which can be trusted with the AI in the mix? It is basically grounding the AI assistant in Sitecore. And we will see how that happens. All right. Any questions anyone has?
Yeah, nothing at the moment. Actually, should be good.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, so let's deep dive into the solution for building the grounded AI assistant in Sitecore. So the first solution is using RAG, which is the retrieval augmented generation. So as I said, that we need to ground every answer, and this grounding happens with the use of the Sitecore systems in the backend, which will have the content, enterprise content embedded in the system. And when the LLM generates the response, it will actually retrieve that content. So here are just some simple steps to help you understand this. So specifically, like a marketer will input a content request. So there's a user query which goes into the system. The second step should basically be retrieving that data from the media library or from the content hub. So that data can be pulled up from the Sitecore AI solutions, from the content hub solution, DAM solution. That data is retrieved. And then it is provided to the LLM model to give some context. So even before any question is asked from the AI system, it has some grounded context from the enterprise Sitecore content that is coming in. And then the grounded model is basically used with the real data to provide the answers. So once you have the context provided to the LLM, it will generate the grounded answers, which are actually safe, factual, and a content output which can be used easily without any hustle. So basically, when you are grounding it with the systems, you are actually providing a safe content where it will follow the brand guidelines. So, what are the benefits? It will bring you consistency in your results. The output which it will give to, say, a customer A, it will give a similar output to customer B once the same kind of question is asked. It will not create its own content or maybe provide some content from the internet and give you give you some answers which are not factual in nature. So, brand consistency is one of the keys using the retrieval augmented generation. It will reduce hallucination because it is not generating something of its own or not looking into the internet for some data, and the content would be factual. So this is one of the solutions which will help to make your data grounded using the LLM model and using the uh, context generation from the backend by providing the content through the content hub or the media library. Now, the second part is using MCP in the mix. So, MCP is Model Context Protocol, which will act as a bridge between your LLM model and the enterprise tools. So, this will safely call all the live business tools into the system. So, where your RAG is actually just retrieving the content, your MCP is bringing in action to your content. So, it is helping to enable to conduct actions in the system. So, what kind of actions it can enable? It can help with searching the content in the CMS platform, fetch any product specifications that are required, retrieve any kind of assets from the system, and query any kind of marketing data. So, these are some of the examples which the MCP server can support. And RAG will just help to retrieve your data, while MCP will act as an action mechanism system to help you retrieve this data, create a workflow in the system, get the approvals, and then provide you the corrected output. So it will act as an action mechanism to help you get the factual data and then keep it grounded with the system. So it ensures that real business data is reaching to the customers, and you're not memorizing any kind of training text to it. So this is another solution which will help you to keep the system grounded. Now we talked about RAG, we talked about MCP. Now, how do you actually ground the model? So, with these two solutions in place, you also need an enterprise guardrail which can support your system. So, it's not just MCP and RAG that would help you, but there are certain guardrails that we will have to maintain which will help you to safely publish your data and keep it more grounded and more aligned to your brand perspective. So we will need an editorial workflow approval. So all the AI content which is passing through the system, we should have a human in loop to support this before we even publish the content. So basically, you are reducing your workforce, letting AI do the job, but in the end, you're also keeping a human in loop which can test everything, review everything before it actually goes to publishing. So this would help you to reduce the burden on your marketers, on your authors, but it will also support you in getting the job done quickly, and only few resources could be there to check the progress and to review the progress. Then we should have brand tone prompts. So the basically enforcing brand voices, tone, messaging standards, the brand guidelines, and grounding the AI, the LLM model with all these prompts will help you to actually get the right context to the solution. The third one is structured product data. So basically, providing the product specifications which are there in the system from the different CMS sources, providing LLM model with those structured product data would help to provide an enterprise guardrail to the entire system. The next one is confidence scoring. So basically, if you're checking any of the outputs, check the score that you're receiving. So if it's a low confidence output, then we should flag that for an additional review where maybe a human should go and check what outputs are being generated before it is actually passed on to your customers to review the data. So confidence scoring should be kept as one of the guardrails to support the system and make again the AI responses grounded. Then so the AI response citations is also another guardrail. So basically every claim that is there is traceable back to its source document or the asset from where this data is coming up. So this citation mechanism should also be in place. So basically, putting together your RAG, your MCP in the Sitecore system and enabling it with the guardrails and humans in loop will help you to provide the AI output, which is actually safe and traceable, and it will align with your brand guidelines. So basically, your customers will receive the right data, and you will not, have those concerns whether the data that is being provided with the AI systems are actually, grounded or not. So all of these things put in a mechanism would help you achieve the best results. Now let's look at double clicking on the Psycho system of how this can actually be utilized and how the agents are built within the Psycho platform to support this. And I would like Anurag to take you through these points, and we will discuss further on the demo scenarios and then what are the benefits and takeaways of this solution. So over to you, Anurag.
Yeah, thanks, Akshi. So I'm just going to share my screen.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Okay, let me know once it's visible.
Yeah, it's all
Is
good
it
now.
visible?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thanks, Akshi, to give the overview like how we can prevent the solution using the AI supporting tool RAG and MCP. So here I'm just going to talking about like how Sitecore AI architecture will help to prevent the hallucination and how we can achieve the
Hey, Anurag,
uh, and,
sorry to interrupt. Like, can you hit that hide? We can't see the last line. Yep. Thank you.
okay. Okay, so how we can achieve the end user trust using the AI, and how the Sitecore AI architecture looks like, and how we can integrate the AI supporting tool into the Sitecore AI platform. So you know that everyone now is leveraging the AI capabilities in the work area, okay, to reduce the uh, to reduce the manual hours, to achieve the automation in each of the fields. But actually, question is that how we exactly using the intelligence of the AI. And before that, we need to be talk about how we can use the human intelligence to use the intelligence of the AI. Okay, so first we need to identify those area which we can integrate with our system, and then achieve and use the intelligence of the AI to get the exact output which end user is looking into that, and how we can provide the feasible our system or our web ecosystem so that we can leveraging the AI capabilities which helps to reduce the hallucination and improve the trust on the AI for from the end user sides. Okay, so we all know that so RAG and MCP we can use in our traditional CMS as well, okay, to prevent hallucination, but we will not able to achieve it in our traditional CMS. So what exactly the issues are? We 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 are lacking someone to exact use the intelligence of the AI. Okay, so that is the reason Sitecore AI also using the RAG and MCP, but MCP and RAG we are using in unified platform, and that is not an external integration. Okay, because in traditional CMS, RAG and MCP, we are an integration of the AI in top of the layer. That is calling the external integration. And when we are integrating the AI, it is a top of the layer in our web ecosystem. So that is the reason AI doesn't have a exact knowledge of the source of the content. So when don't know the what exactly source of the content, so here is the gap between the source of the content and between the AI. So that is the reason we are not unable to prevent the hallucination using RAG and MCP in traditional CMS. So that is the reason Sitecore AI provide the unified platform where everything is integrated within a Sitecore. And now AI will know that what are the source of the content. So here we are just minimize the gap between the source of the content and AI. So when someone knows the exact the data model, then it will be easily to understand the uh, understand the problem and provide the better solution to the end user. So here you can see that in our architecture we have experience layer where users are interacting with the AI assistant, and AI assistant will serve the prompt, understand the exact problem, and it will pass to the MCP, and then MCP will directly have a access of the Sitecore content. Whether Sitecore content will be, it could be XM Cloud, it could be the content hub, and it could be the knowledge base. So into knowledge base, we have brand kits and some of the source of the content is available in Sitecore AI platform. So here AI is directly integrated with the source of the content, and it will understand the problem, and based on the problem, it will directly access the source and it will provide the solution. So here is the better way to resolve the hallucination and provide the exact output which an user is looking for. So now we will talk about how exactly traditional CMS is different from the Sitecore AI. So one of the area I already told you that in our traditional CMS, site AI is integration in top of the layer where we can just bring the AI and integrate with a system. In Sitecore, AI agents, AI assistant, everything is available in one unified platform. That is, as in they have a exact knowledge of the source of the content. But in our traditional CMS, whenever we are integrating the AI, so he is not aware about the what content are. So in terms of that content is static and fixed, and response are not in generic format which users are looking for. So that is the reason we are getting the incorrect output. And when we are getting the incorrect output, so end user have a lower trust into the Sitecore AI. But in Sitecore AI, we can see that we have provided by the Agentic Studio where we can create the custom agents. Some inbuilt agents are available. We have one window where AI assistant are there. And RAG and MCP, we have some plugins are there. We can just plug and use the RAG and MCP. So that is the reason everything is available in Sitecore AI in terms of inbuilt integrated AI assistants are there into Sitecore AI platform, and he knows that where is the source of the content. So that is the reason we are getting the accurate output and context-based output, and which users are looking for. So Sitecore AI makes AI smarter, connecting directly to the real content. So that is the reason we have to use the intelligence of AI. Use first we need to use our human intelligence. How we can use the intelligence of AI? So we need to be provide the exact source of content to the AI, so that whenever user comes to any of the prompts, so AI knows the source of content and it will get the exact output which end user is looking into that. So now we can see how we are comparing the actual architecture. So in traditional CMS also we are using the layer architecture. In Sitecore AI also we are using the layer architecture. But here you can see the traditional CM LLM has no direct connection through the CMS content. So they are using the CMS content, but it is not directly connected with the LLM. So we can see that in traditional CMS, apart from the Sitecore AI, we are providing the data model in Azure OpenAI, and we are providing the training to the data model. Okay, so all of the content we are dumping into the our data model. It could be ChatGPT model or any other model. Okay, so this all our content are in unstructured formats. So whenever we are writing the prompt, so always prompt are triggered to that what is the source of the content. Okay, so that is the reason in our traditional AI also we are just search what is the pattern of the prompt which we can use that. Okay, and how we can use our technical expertise to write the exact prompt so that we'll get the exact output. So to writing the prompt also technical intelligence are required. We cannot use a layman language. So that is the end user have a problem, because he don't want to be want to be spend a time to line 15 to 20 lines of the prompt. Okay, so that is reason traditionally always we need to be struggle to correct to writing the correct prompts and get the exact output, because here AI is a top integration and AI doesn't know the what the content exactly we have into the data model. That is all are the in structure content. Okay, so that is the reason you can see the traditional CMS we have a user layer, it's connected with the AI assistant, and LLM model don't have direct connection with the CMS content. So AI always relies on the trained data which we have provided to the our model. Okay, so that is the reason we are getting the hallucinated output, and user don't have a trust on the AI. Okay, so maybe we can see that whenever we are starting leveraging capabilities AI, always we are struggling how we can get the exact output. Okay, so when AI is not aware about that content, it always s- sending the wrong content which is not relevant to the what end users are looking for. But in Sitecore AI, you can see that we have a Sitecore AI assistant layer which is directly integrated with the RAG and MCP. And here we are not providing external integration for the RAG and MCP. We have some tools and some are available in Agentic Studio. We can just directly plug it, and it will directly access of the Sitecore content. And suppose in Sitecore content also we have multi-site environment, lot of content we can place into CMS. So we have a flexibility to choose the specific website, specific node which we are looking for that. Okay, and then we can directly perform the operation on the specific set of the content or set of the business context which end user are looking for. So that is the reason area of content we can fix for the AI where he need to be do the operations. So that is the reason we are saying that our source of response are grounded, and we will get the accurate and trustworthy and verifiable output from the for the user. And even whenever we are getting the output using the prompt, we will get the what is the source of the content. So we have an opportunity and troubleshoot the content which area the content is are coming for. Suppose in case Sitecore AI also need not provide the guarantee it we will get the 100% correct output, but it is providing the window and source of the content. So if you want the human review, so you can go back, check that what is the source of the content which out where we are getting the output, so we can cross check it. So here we can save the time to verify our output. So that is the reason Sitecore makes AI smarter by connecting directly to the real content. So in demo, I will show you that how we can integrate the RAG and MCP in our solution from the backend side, and how we can write the prompt into the layman language where we don't need any expertise. We don't need any format. We just need to write the prompt, and it will provide the operations on the Sitecore content. So I will create also custom agents. So here you can see that this is our agentic dashboard where I created one custom agents, and into the last row you can see that some inbuilt agents are provided by the Sitecore AI. So here we have two ways to create the agents and workflow. So workflow is like a pipeline where we can provide a set of operation for the custom objects. So this is the board. You can see that where we can have an option to create the agents, and left hand side we have option to chat with our AI assistant, and we have signals and spaces are there. So signals is basically, suppose if we are using some inbuilt agents which is provided by the Sitecore AI, and you want to generate the content or just fetching some content from the source of the content. So you can provide a direction to the agents. You are looking for that specific content, so you can minimize the response using the signals. And space is providing to the work area where you can configure your agents, where you can configure your tools, whatever you require based on your requirements. So here you board, you can see that I'm creating one custom agent. So here I need to be write some parameters uh, to configure my custom agents, like your name, descriptions, where you want to do the specific operations, site pages, content, components, assets. It's all about your type of contents where you want to do the operations. Here you can also see the brand kits. So brand kits is where you can upload the documents related to your brands. Suppose if you have multi-site environments and each of the sites belongs to different brands, so you can categorize the documents into the brand kits. And also, sir, there are some default MCP plugins are available where you can configure according to your requirements. Allow items where you can write the pages, contain item artifacts. So there are multiple options are available while creating the custom agent. So based on require, you can configure it. Okay. So there you can see that skills are also available. There is skills.md. You can configure all in your backend solutions as well. Okay, so here I just go to the space which I created to just for this demo. So this is space is your work area where you can configure your agents. So here you can see that I click on one of the icon where I can select the context. So currently I'm just showing you two ways to access your content. One using the artifacts, okay, where I selected these artifacts which is I saved in my system. So here I'm just writing one very prompt in very layman language. I want to be create one item in a specific node, and then I will get the field value. So here I writing the prompt in very layman language. So you can see that my page is created. My page is created with the name syscon, path, and it's also providing the template ID. So here you can that here you can see that my page is created. So I'm just adding some value into the regex editor. Then I will try to get all this value which I added into the specific page using the prompt. So there is a one liner prompt which I write to create the page and to get the fields values. I saved it. So here you can see that I didn't use any custom agent which I created. I used only artifacts which I saved in my space area. So now I'm writing the prompt to get the fields value. So you can see that it will provide the fields value which I saved it. So there is no technical expertise required to write in the prompts, and it will provide the exact output and exact operation which I am looking for. So now I am creating the custom address, and now I will do the same operation to creating the page and to creating the getting the fields value. But the difference is that now from the agentic dashboard, I'm giving the exact site name and exact item where I want to do the operations. So right hand side, you can see that the agents which I set up, which I'm using for to do this all the operations. Now I'm creating a different page into the different item. Now my page is created. I can see the template name and item ID, which is created. Now I go back and check. My page is created where I want to be created. Now I'm just added the field value. I'm just increasing my, okay, added the value. Now I'm writing the prompt to get the field values using the custom agents. Now you can see that I got the field value, title and content. So this is very simple operation which I did using the artifacts and using custom agents. But you know, if I want to be use the RAG and MCP and I have a access the brand keys where I have a lot of documents and I want to do the indexing. So how I can integrate the RAG from the backend? You can see line number 14, I integrated my RAG, and line number 20, I added the guardrails. So those I can directly connect with my Sitecore AI board, agentic dashboard, and I will use it. And here you can see that I configured the band. So here I just hard coded, but those documents you can directly upload into that portal and you can access it. Now I'm just asking. So it is key, he don't know. Instead of providing the hallucinated content, it will directly say he don't know. But when I provide the correct prompt to get the brand specific document value, then it will provide the exact answer, and even it will provide the source of the content, which brand exactly I'm getting those output. So here you can see that I'm getting the answer, even I getting the source of the content. So exactly, this is the way where our AI completely know the source of the content, and it will provide the exact output. And if we have opportunity, if we know the source of the content, we can just do the human review and find out the exactly why we are not getting the current output. So using from this data, we AI hallucination is always a risk into the CMS environment. So we need to be always provide the correct ground of the source to the AI, so that structured content, so that AI will know that what is the content and what the business context which they want to be to provide the specific operation. And RAG and MCP is architecture, ensure safe, feature AI responses, and enterprise AI must be grounded and verify the content source. So that for all this way, we can use the Sitecore AI as a unified platform where AI completely know the source of the content. Sakshi, over to you if you want to add something.
Thanks, Anurag. I think you already covered it. So basically, the key rules are keeping your content grounded, using AI for faster content generation, but at the same time, getting the data from the enterprise solutions, getting it from the brand guidelines, so that we receive the correct results and it's not hallucinated. So those are some of the key takeaways from our presentation today. And we would like to leave you with one of the key takeaways from this. Maybe Anurag, if you could just go to the next slide. So basically, AI should not replace the marketers. It should empower them with trusted content. And that is what we are trying to say, that it would help you to reduce all your workload and then bring in efficiency into the system, bring in automation. But you should always have your guardrails and human in loop so that you are empowered and your marketers and digital strategists, authors are empowered to use this content, which is actually trusted and as per the brand guidelines.